Good morning, Year 7, and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter, shall we? I want you to find 324.2 plus 876.1. Can you then do £7.21 divided by 7? And can you simplify this expression by collecting like terms, by which I mean can you put the x's together and the numbers together for me? Pause the video and have a go at these questions in your light blue books now, please. Okay, let's go through the answers. I'm going to put the larger number on the top of my addition, so I'm going to do 876.1 plus 324.2. You might have done it the other way around, that's absolutely fine. 1 plus 2 gives me 3, 6 plus 4 gives me 10, 7 plus 2 gives me 9, plus 1 gives me 10, 8 plus 3 gives me 11, plus 1 gives me 12. So you should have got 1200.3. For the second question, we need to do a bus stop division. So I'm going to put my 7 on the outside because I'm dividing by 7, and then my £7.21 inside my bus stop. How many 7s are there in 7, Zara? Just the one, lovely. KJ, how many 7s are there in 2? None at all, so we carry the 2. And Ione, how many 7s are there in 21? 3, lovely. So that gives me £1.03. And my last question, I asked you to simplify this by collecting like terms. So I need to put all my x's together. So I've got 2x plus 3x, which gives me 5x, take away 4x, which just leaves me with 1x. Then I've got 7, take away 2, which will give me 5. So you should have got x plus 5. Let's head into today's lesson. First of all, I want to recap finding the unit cost. I'll do an example and then you can do an example in your light blue books. If 8 cakes cost £2.40, how much does 1 cake cost? To do this, I need to take my £2.40, which I know is 8 cakes, and divide it by 8 to work out the cost of just the one. The number of 8s in 2 is what, Katie? None, lovely. Carry the 2. Zara, how many 8s are there in 24? 3, very nice. And 8s into 0 goes 0. So each cake is costing 30p. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, can you have a go at these 3 questions for me? Pause the video and answer those now. This should take about 5 minutes. Off you go. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. Notice the last one is 0.5 of a penny. It's not a whole number of pence, but that's okay. We're allowed to have a decimal place within our answer. So we can use this finding the unit cost to work out the best value for money and best buys. For example, if Food Market sells packs of baked beans, 5 cans for £1, and Best Buys sells packs of 4 cans of baked beans for £0.76, which one's better for value? Well, we can work out the cost of 1 can of baked beans by doing, for Food Market, the £1 divided by 5 to work out the cost of 1 can of beans from the Food Market. 5s into 1 goes 0, carry the 1. 5s into 10 goes 2, and 0. So each can in the Food Market is 20p. Or £0.20. For Best Buys, let's change colour. For Best Buys, we know we can get 4 cans for 76p, so to work out the cost of 1 can, we need to do 0.76 divided by 4. Now 4s into 0 is none. 4s into 7 goes 1, remainder 3. Ooh. And 4s into 36 is 9. So in Best Buys, 1 can is 19p. So Lily, which one is better value for money? Exactly, Best Buys, because it's cheaper for 1 can. Over to you. In your dark blue books, can you write the title Finding the Unit Cost, and underneath write we can use this to work out Best Buys, and then have a go at this question for me. Pause the video, this should take you about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's go through the answers. So this time I've got Sainsbury's, and we know that 6 cans are £1.20. So to find out the cost of 1 can of baked beans from Sainsbury's, we need to do £1.20 divided by 6. 6 is into 1 goes 0, remainder 1. 6 is into 12 goes 2, and 0. So for 1 can of baked beans, it's 20p in Sainsbury's. Let's compare that with Tesco's. So Tesco's sells 4 for £1.08. So to work out the cost of 1, we need to do £1.08 divided by 4. Again, 4's into 1 is 0, remainder 1. 4's into 10 goes 2, remainder 2. And 4's into 28 goes 7. So in Tesco's, 1 can of beans is going to cost 27p. So Ione, which one is better value for money? Indeed, Sainsbury's is better value for money because it's cheaper for 1 can. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, can you have a go at these questions? Pause the video for about 10 minutes, start on the green, move on to the amber, and then if you're confident, have a go at the challenge questions. Pause the video in your light blue books, work those out now by working out the unit cost, the cost of 1 unit. And these are the answers, please check how you did. See, for the first one, 1 egg was 12p if you bought 12 eggs, so that one was cheaper. For the second one, 1 packet of crisps was 20p if you bought 12 packs, so that was cheaper. And for the third one, you were looking for 1 tin is 25p for the first one, and 1 tin is 30p for the second one. So 1 tin is 25p is cheaper from the home brand beans. Okay, Year 7, can you pause the video and have a go at these 4 questions for me? Which is the best buy? Work these out by working out the unit cost. Note your answer might not be a whole number of pence, but that's okay. Pause the video and work out the unit cost to work out which is the best buy now. This should take you about 10 to 15 minutes. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. Okay, so there's another way we can do this. We don't always have to find the unit cost. I'm going to go through an example and then you're going to do an example in your dark blue books. I've been told Food Market sells packs of 6 cans for £3.60 and Best Buy sells packs of 8 cans for £4.40, and I've been asked to find which is better value. Now I could work out the unit cost. I could work out the cost of 1 can from each of those supermarkets and do it that way. However, I know that the number 2 goes into both 6 and 8 because 2 times 3 would give me 6 and 2 times 4 would give me 8. So I can actually work out the cost of 2 cans and compare that between both of them. Let's work that out. If it's £3.60 for 6 cans, if I divide that by 3, I can work out how much it is for 2 cans. 3's into 3 goes 1, 3's into 6 goes 2. So I know that from Food Market I can buy 2 cans for £1.20. As long as I compare the same number of cans from each supermarket, I can work out which is better value. So for Best Buys, I need to work out the same number of cans, 2 cans. So I need to do £4.40 divided by 4 to work out the cost of 2 cans. 4's into 4 goes 1, 4's into 4 goes 1, and 0. So in Best Buys, 2 cans is going to cost me £1.10. So I'm buying the same number of cans from both supermarkets so I can directly compare them. Which one's better value for money, Dan? Exactly, Best Buys is better value for money because it's cheaper for 2 cans. In your dark blue books, Year 7, can you have a go at this question for me? Pause the video for about 3 to 4 minutes and work it out now in the same way. Okay, let's go through the answers. Now there's 2 ways you could have done it. You could have said, I can work out the cost of 4 cans from both, or you could have worked out the cost of 2 cans from both because both 2 and 4 go into 8 and 12. I'm going to work out the cost of 2 cans first. So if you worked out the cost of 2 cans, from Sainsbury's, you needed to do £4.80 divided by 4, because 8 cans was £4.80, so 2 cans means dividing by 4. So from Sainsbury's, 2 cans was £1.20. And from Tesco's, let's change colour, Tesco's, highly appropriate, Sainsbury's in orange, Tesco's in blue. I've got 12 cans for £7.80, so if I want to work out the cost of 2 cans, I need to divide it by 6, because 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. Sixes into 7 goes 1, remainder 1. 6s into 18 is 3, and 0. So it's £1.20 for 2 cans from Sainsbury's, £1.30 for 2 cans from Tesco's, so the better value for money is Sainsbury's. You could have also chosen to compare the cost of 4 cans. Let's do that now. So from Sainsbury's, I know that 8 cans were £4.80. So to work out the cost of 4 cans, I can just divide that 8 cans by 2. Dividing £4.80 by 2 gives me 2.4. So this time I know that from Sainsbury's, it's £2.40 for 4 cans. How about Tesco's? Let's have a look. Tesco sells packs of 12 for £7.80. 12 divided by 3 would give me 4. So I need to divide £7.80 by 3 this time. 3s into 7 is 2. Remainder 1. 3s into 18 goes 6. So the cost of 4 cans from Tesco's is £2.60. And you'll notice that whether I'm comparing the cost of 2 cans or whether I'm comparing the cost of 4 cans, Sainsbury's still comes out cheaper. So you can choose either option, it's up to you. Okay, Year 7, can you pause the video for about 10 to 15 minutes and have a go at these questions, either by comparing the unit cost or otherwise, it's up to you. For the porridge, I suggest you compare the cost of 100 grams. In the same way, I suggest you compare the cost of 250 mils for the lemonade. And the rest I leave up to you. Pause the video for 10 to 15 minutes and work those out in your light blue books now, please. And these are the answers. These were the better value for money for each case. So you were better off buying 2 croissants for 48p than buying 3 croissants for 75p, etc. This was a better value option. And finally, Year 7, this is our lesson destination for today. Here are 2 different sizes boxes of the same cereal. Which is better for value? Explain your answer. Pause the video for a couple of minutes and in your light blue books have a go at that now, please. If you need a handy hint, I suggest you work out how much 100 grams of cereal would cost for each box. And here's the answers. So for the larger box, it's 37p for 100 grams, and for the smaller box, it's 40p for 100 grams. So therefore, the 500 gram box is better value for money. The working, or your explanation, is this bit up here, the cost of 100 grams. And that's the end of today's lesson, Year 7. Can you now head over to Google Classroom and complete the exit ticket for me? Thanks very much for listening, and best of luck.